Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Just wanted to touch base with everyone and kind of tell everyone what I've been up to and where I'm at. Um, the house stuff is going really well. Every weekend we kind of take on a small project, usually my father and I, and we'll, fix something or accomplish something. Whatever Beth and I can do, we've been doing, so that's been going really well. Um, I picked up a new phone. This is actually my second new phone. I probably should have spent a little more and not stayed in that like budget range. You can sometimes get a good budget phone, um, but for the most part, they just don't really compare when you start getting a little higher. So I went a little higher than my comfort level. I'm really liking the phone. It's an essential phone. The company I think is actually getting sold right now, but the previous phone I'm going to sell hopefully on eBay or something. My phone before that was a ZTE Z Max Pro, which most people will be like, what the hell is that? It was this pretty big phone. It was $100 2 years ago. I dropped it the other day. It cracked. The whole screen like shattered. It had some cool features, but it was also sort of sluggish in ways, and had its quirks that I didn't like. The main one being sometimes when you went to type, it would stutter, then miss words and miss letters. It was very frustrating. But for the $100 for 2 years that I had it, it was a pretty good phone. But anyway, the Essential just is by far the best phone I've ever had so far. I'm really, really liking it. Um, I've been playing the Street Fighter collection a little bit in small doses. I sort of wanted something lighthearted and quick to play, so I beat the first Street Fighter, the second Street Fighter, and I think I beat. I want to say it was Hyper Fighting. I think next is Championship and then Super, if I'm remembering correctly. But I've been trying to play them in order and like beat them on easy. The first game is really not good. Street Fighter 2 is really slow from my memory doesn't remember it being that slow, but I think because I more so remember like Super Street Fighter or that maybe the Super Street Fighter rendition that was on the 3DO. As a kid, I played a lot of the Super Nintendo and Genesis versions, so it just it plays so slow. The original Street Fighter 2 plays very slow. Street Fighter 1 handles like crap and plays like crap. But it was fun to actually try it because I've never ever played Street Fighter 1. My brother had, and he would talk about it. But we always played Street Fighter 2 together as kids, so it was pretty cool to actually be able to play on that collection. Um, in terms of games, other games, I picked up A Way Out, which is a really good co-op game that you can play offline or online, where you're breaking out of a prison, and one guy has to like do things like distract the guard while the other guy like grabs the key, stuff like that. I played through one scenario with my buddy Brian online, really enjoyed it, so I picked that up. I also picked up Scribble Knots Unmasked on the Wii U. They also had a copy of Smurfs 2, which I thought Beth might like, but the condition wasn't so great, so I didn't pick that up. That was also on the Wii U. Um, I thought it was a little hard to come by as well. Trying to think of what else I picked up or played. Um, I played a little bit of the Sega Genesis collection. It's still really fun, going back to some of those old games. Again, sometimes I just want something kind of light and quick. I don't really need like in-depth. Speaking of in-depth, I picked up and have been playing the Shenmue collection, as I mentioned in my other video, my pickups, and I'm really into it. It's so funny because I mean the only thing I would say I don't like is the controls can be a little clunky for nowadays, but sometimes you have to wait for things to happen, and there's at least I don't recall, but I couldn't find a way to speed up time. I could be wrong, but I don't think there is a way in the first game. Um, but I'm just having a lot of fun with it, which is funny because I really loved one and two when I played them years ago. I wasn't sure how they would age because they are slow games, but I'm having a ball. So today was my Shenmue day. I just sat around for a few hours and collected capsule toys and beat up people. It's fun. It's really fun. Trying to think what else is going on. I um I went to see the band Godflesh, who is one of my favorite metal bands. I think they're awesome. And my buddy Eric Hesh came in from New Mexico. Him and I met through YouTube, and he contacted me, and we would bullshit, and we became good friends, and we started, talking on the phone, and it's probably been about 2 years now, maybe. We would talk on the phone, and once in a while, he would mail me a really cool gift. I know I've showed before. He sent me these awesome, like, painted records of Pinhead and Leatherface, a Texas Chainsaw Massacre poster. I think I sent him a video game once, and I sent him an autograph from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, Leatherface's autograph from that movie. So, we've been friends for a while now. So he came in to visit friends in New Jersey, and he made his way out to me in New York. We had a great time. We went to lunch. We busted my buddy Brian's chops, who works over in the mall. Um, Went to a couple stores and stuff. Walked around Manhattan. Went and saw Godflesh. He's buddies with the drummer from the band Tombs, whose name is Justin. So he actually got us in free. So that was awesome. Tombs was a great band. Um, Really, really good stuff. So they got us in. We met Justin K. Broderick from Godflesh on a random occurrence because he was at the t-shirt booth on the lower level. So I went down there to look at the t-shirts, and I texted Eric and said, Eric, you got to come down here right now. He probably thought like I was getting into an argument or something or a fight. He ran down the staircase, and he was like, and I'm like, dude, look. And I didn't recognize him right away because he's a little older than, you know, he was, but he looks pretty much the same, but his hair was long. And I've always seen pictures of him with really like short, almost like crew cuts or, type haircuts. Um, it was really cool. I said to him, I've spoken with you on Twitter once or twice, and I really love the band, and I never thought I'd be able to see you. It's so cool to meet you. Nice to meet you. Can I take a picture? And he was really nice and joking around with people and stuff. So we had a great time. Eric ended up taking the New Jersey Transit back to his friends in Jersey, and I took the railroad back to the island. Um, Trying to think what else have we been up to. That's really about it. So that's my like pretty much what I've been doing game wise. Movie wise, I'm checking out right now The Wizard of Gore from 1970. I did own at one point The Wizard of Gore from 2007 with Crispin Glover because I am a Crispin Glover fan because of Ruben and Ed. So I had given that away, but I was like, I've never seen the original, so I just popped it on now, and I could see how it's kind of a cult classic, but I don't know that I'm loving it yet, but it's still early, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, so Godflesh was awesome. They were great. Another band that opened for them, I don't recall the name. Then they had another band called Mirrors of Psychic Warfare. Mirrors are Psychic War. It's like a long name, but they were cool. I liked them a lot too, and it was also just two guys. It was like a DJ who worked like I guess like a drum machine type thing, and then the singer, guitar player. Um, so they were really good. Tombs was excellent. Godflesh played maybe I don't know 8 songs, but Godflesh songs can be pretty long. So I thought they were pretty good. Someone on YouTube said that they were really that it was really short their set. I mean, I know some people play hours and hours of sets. They did come back and do a one song encore. Um, but yeah, it was really great. It was the first time I was at Gramercy Theater. It was small, intimate, loud as hell, but a good venue. I liked it a lot. We were able to sit down, and it was great. We met a really cool couple there, and they're the ones who sent me that Godflesh video that I had posted yesterday. So yeah, that's really it. Yeah, movie wise, I've just been watching new Corey Haim Blu-rays I picked up. So thanks guys for watching. I look forward to playing Shenmue again in the near future. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.